Hey, I'm Herald Sports Writer Manny Navarro, and I'm here with Michael Irvin II. Earlier today, I got a chance to talk with Randy Shannon Jr., so now I'm talking another generation Hurricane here, and Michael Irvin II. And Michael, I know you're new to the South Florida area, but you're at your dad's old high school, so it's not like you're really that new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's all great. The team's made me feel like I'm a part of what they're doing as soon as I got there, and we're going to do big things on the field this year.
Aquinas has obviously big aspirations. You guys, I think, came out #2 in the national poll today, released by CBS, Max Preps. And, I know you told me in Texas you guys came close to winning state championships but didn't win it. So, I mean, how much of that played a factor in, hey, I'll come and play and win for a champion, play for a champion?
I mean, it's a huge factor, but we got to take it one game at a time. And we're worried about Dillard right now in the opening kickoff classic.
Now, you're bigger than your dad, right? I mean, I'm looking at you for high school age. How big are you now?
I'm about 6'3½", almost 220, 218, around there.
Dad was never that big in high school, right?
Nope.
You guys ever reminisce about the old high school days, and you kind of tell him, hey, Dad, I really was better than you were back then?
I tell him I'm better than him all the time. I mean, that's just how me and him are. We're very competitive. We used to play one-on-one since I was a little boy until I was able to beat him. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's just how we are. We're very competitive with each other.
Hurricanes fans are obviously interested in this video. They know you're committed to them. Is there any chance at all, if this team struggles this year, the Hurricanes meaning, that you'd think about going elsewhere?
No.
Why not?
No, that does not mean anything. That does not mean anything.
Doesn't matter who's coach, right?
Nope. It doesn't mean anything. Miami is Miami. And that's where I chose to go, and that's my commitment, so I'm going to stick to it.
Tell me about the Hurricanes, because obviously as a kid, I'm sure those were your first memories, them and the Cowboys. What did you think of the Canes when you first started watching them? Who was playing for them? Obviously your dad was already long gone, right?
Yeah, a long time ago. I remember watching Andre Johnson, seeing Moss out there. I mean, I remember a lot of dudes playing for Miami. I remember watching Devin Hester. A lot of dudes playing for Miami. But when I was little, I just remember watching on TV. It was the first football team I'd ever watched play football. I didn't even know what football was until I was watching Miami on the TV. So since then, it's always been a big part of my life.
Hurricanes haven't won in a long time. It's been over 14 years now since they've won a national championship, but they've got these tremendous recruiting classes they're putting together, the whole swag 16, all that kind of. How does that get you excited as a recruit? Does it get you pumped up? Like, man, we really are bringing in some good players?
Gets me very excited to see all the dudes that want to become a part of the movement, and I think it will do huge things up there when we get there.
Now, obviously, you got a senior season to go through. Now, I've seen you listed at tight end. Do you really consider yourself a tight end, or are you a wide receiver?
I consider myself to be able to play wherever you want to put me on the field. Like, I can play tight end. I can get down and I can block and I can run routes from the tight end, and then I can play in the backfield, play on a wing, or play outside or play inside. I mean, that's what I want to do, is be able to play anywhere.
Do you think, if Miami sort of told you tight end, or have they told you wide receiver? Have they kind of?
They told me the H-back position that Clive was playing, tight end pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, and you're fine with that?
Yeah.
Clive obviously did some tremendous things. He's in the NFL now. Do you like the way Miami sort of utilizes the middle of the field with a guy like that?
I love the way they used him. I love it. I want to be able to do things like that, yeah.
What are your expectations for yourself personally this season? Do you have a goal? Because I look at your numbers last year, 106 catches, over 1,000 yards. I mean, you've put up some tremendous numbers in Texas. Granted, different level of competition, and probably not as many guys who are capable of doing things.
Well, I mean, we have a lot of guys that are very, very talented. Dominic Thiemann, and then Sam Bruce and Trayvon Grimes. Got a kid, Mike Harley, that's amazing. We just got a bunch of very talented receivers that are out there with me. So, I mean, it's a blessing to not have to be the one to try to make all the catches, make all the touchdowns and everything. But, I mean, I liked it because, of course, who doesn't like getting the ball? But, I mean, it's a blessing. I think it's great that I have all the other receivers with me.
Dad going to be at every game this year?
Yes, he will. He will.
He travels a lot anyway. He's always on the NFL games. And
Yep.
did he do the same thing when you were in Texas?
Yeah, he did. He'd fly, get on a plane from NFL Network, come back for Friday night, and then leave right again in the morning when I was going to film.
So he's ready to be there at Aquinas again. You know he's going to get tons of people asking for autographs. It's going to be a little nutty over there.
Yeah, he'll do it for me, though. We got love for each other, my family, and my mom will be there because I moved away from her. So, I mean, that was hard for me, but she's going to be coming to every single one of my games.
All right, Michael Irvin II, Michael Irvin I. You'll see them on the sidelines every game this season, St. Thomas Aquinas.